After completing the installation of our ERV system, we get ready to move on to the next big project. But we hit a speed bump. And we just weren't able to find all of the parts that we need. We change course so we can keep the build moving forward, even if we can't start in on plumbing just yet.
We will get there eventually.
Ryan takes on an outdoor project that tests his abilities.
Let's see if I've still got the skills.
And Sara takes on a project that has her pretty excited.
This is getting us one step closer to a shower.
Follow along as we keep the momentum going, and if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a moment of the build.
All right, we are back in the build. ERV system is complete, so we're moving on to the next step. And what we thought we were gonna do was we were gonna run all the other vents for everything else that needs a venting system. So we were gonna run the laundry room, the oven vent or stove vent, and the bathroom fan exhaust vents. So we went to the store last night and we just weren't able to find all of the parts that we need. And then we figured out that our schedule was going to be very varying today. I was going to be home in the morning, Ryan was going to be home in the afternoon, and usually we're both home on this day. So everything was up in the air, and we were like, oh my gosh, but we still need to get ourselves on track. We still need to keep this build moving forward. So I realized that I can hook up the ducting for the upstairs bathroom for that exhaust vent because that hole is already in our roof. It's all ready to go. So I can get that hooked up this morning. And then I believe Ryan is coming in here this afternoon and he's gonna start actually figuring out our supply line. So that way we can keep this momentum going that we're feeling after we finish such a big thing with the ERV. So we'll take you along for the ride.
Yesterday, you guys saw us put up our vent for our ERV, but we weren't able to properly seal it because it was about 37, 38 degrees, and the caulking we're using requires an operating temperature of at least 40. So I waited until today to get that completed. I'm gonna get up there and put a bead of caulk all the way around the outside edge, and then that will be sealed up. Then we do have, based on your guys' suggestions, we did go ahead and purchase another wall heater to go in both the upstairs and downstairs bathrooms. Now only one of them came in so far, so I'm gonna get that installed, start running some wire. I do need to get a second 20 amp breaker for the panel, so I have that on order. It'll be here in a few days. So getting a few things wrapped up before we can start in on our plumbing. And I feel like we keep saying this to you guys, but we will get there eventually. All right, so fun with Amazon. I went to go install that heater below me here, and the heater that I ordered was not the heater I received. And it almost seems like I received like an older model, like somebody maybe ordered a product and then used the box and then shipped back the old heater but kept the box. Something doesn't seem right. So I'm gonna return this product and get a new one on the way. But I'm still able to make some progress because I can get the wiring done, get the thermostat switch wired up, and then that way once the new heater gets here, we'll be all ready to turn them on. So, you know, sometimes you have to roll with the punches when you're dealing with Amazon, so I was gonna do the best we can and get to work.
How's it look? Did I do okay?
Yeah, I don't feel any leaks or anything.
All right, I'm hired. Does the fan actually like,
Has a grate on it, but
is it wired?
what? Yeah, it's running.
Oh, it's on?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, one bathroom fan down. One more to go, but the other one includes a hole in the roof.
Yeah. Involved Ryan getting on the roof.
All right, that one is all installed. Our master bathroom fan, we got it done. And I will say that the new ducting we used, I'm not a fan. It cut me up a few times, so now I know gloves are the way. I think that's it. All right. Foreman came and checked my job, looked okay. And we do have one more to do. And as you heard, we still have to put the hole in the roof for that one. So that one is being put off for a moment. And we also don't have the little gooseneck vent that goes out of the roof. And we're having an issue. We can only find black ones. And I don't know what the deal is. Like, we can't find a brown one. So we'll go on that hunt before we cut a hole in our roof.
So as you guys may remember, right when we moved up here, we bought a couple of fruit trees. We bought a pear tree and a cherry tree, and initially we had some problems with the deer trying to get to them. We got the netting around them, that solved that problem. But they're pretty young trees, and I need to get a good pruning on them so that when they start growing, we get growth in the areas that we want. So I'm gonna get a quick pruning on them here before I continue on with my caulking chores. All right, I got my mini chore done, getting the fruit trees pruned, and now I'm gonna go, finally the weather's warmed up a little bit, so I'm going to get the caulking on our ERV vent done. And then it's gonna be time to clean up. Sarah's off taking the kids to a dentist appointment, so I'm gonna try to get a few things done, house cleaned up a little bit before she gets back. All right, it's been a hot second since I've used the caulking gun, so let's see if I've still got the skills. All right, I got all the caulk on. Now I need to get everything smoothed out. And this part is my favorite part, but also sometimes the most frustrating. So you never know how it's gonna go. I had a handyman friend of mine tell me, I don't have my gloves right now, but he said, put on a pair of latex gloves, get a bucket of water, a little cup of water, stick your finger in your water, and then just use your finger to make nice smooth joints and wipe off the rest, and then dip your finger, keep your finger real wet. And when we did all of our logs, that seemed to be what worked best for us. So in case you're needing to do some caulking, hopefully maybe that's a little tip that'll help. And we found when we're trying to fill in some big gaps, you can use like backing rod, which is just basically like foam. What I've done on some of ours is just went in and put a little bit of spray foam inside the interior lip of the area I'm trying to caulk. So it basically gives us something for the caulk to rest up against. And that way you don't get the caulk kind of failing over time because it's got a nice tight seal. So another little tip. All right, got that done. I think it turned out pretty good. It's a little bit of a trick getting the caulk lines smooth, especially when you're dealing with big gaps. Now, a question, I left the bottom side of this uncaulked because like the windows we wanted to leave an area for moisture to escape if any does get in there. And I was trying to think if the same would apply for this. I erred on the side of leaving it open, but let me know if you have any insight, any HVAC techs out there. Would you seal this on the bottom or just leave it open so there's an area for moisture to escape? All right, Sarah and I play a little game where when one of us is gone running errands or doing a chore and the other one is here still working on the build, we try to get done as much as we can. So I thought I was done, but I'm gonna go try to pull the wire for the heater so we're one step ahead. And once the heater gets here, we can get it installed quicker.
All right, guys, welcome back to we have a lot of projects to do, but we don't quite have all of the items we need to complete the projects. So we need to do a lot of vents. We need to do our supply line plumbing, but we're waiting on a lot of parts to come to us. So right now we are actually doing a little bit of framing that we need to do for our shower insert that will go in our downstairs bathroom. We're gonna bust that out quick. And then we have a few little other odds and ends projects. And then hopefully next time you see us, we'll be working on something a little more substantial. All right, Ryan helped me rip down those 2x3s into 2-inch pieces, and then we also have a 2x4 that we're gonna use. What we're gonna do is just add on the furring strips to these two studs, then put a 2x4 here that's sticking out a little bit more. So I'm gonna get all those done. I'm pretty excited because this is getting us one step closer to a shower. And one thing that's super crappy about living in a camper trailer is the water heater is very small and the water pressure is very low. So I am looking forward to super long hot showers with decent water pressure, and this gets us one step closer to that.
All right, if you remember yesterday, I was putting in the heater and I kind of wasn't thinking that it was going to work. I did a little more research and it looks like the box and the heater are going to work. The one I ordered and the one I received were different. The one I received was actually just a slightly higher wattage version of the one that I ordered. So I think it's gonna be okay. Based on your guys' advice, I have another heater in my hand right here, and I'm gonna get this installed into our master bathroom. So this room isn't chilly. We can kick this heater on and it'll be nice and toasty warm. Honestly, I don't think we should have to worry about it because the mini splits should keep our room nice and warm, but I know that Sarah would like to have a nice and warm bathroom, and this is a nice 2,000 watt cadet heater, and it'll just make it toasty warm in real short amount of time, and I think it'll be worth it.
All right, that wall is all done. I do have 2 little pieces that I need to put in, but those will take me no time. So this one's done. We have one more we'll have to do up in our master bathroom for our shower up there. And it should actually be a little bit easier because it's either a complete 2x4 wall or 2x6. So it'll just be no trimming down any wood.
So since these cadet heaters don't have a integrated thermostat, we're having to install one of these separate thermostats. And this is a 240 volt control thermostat. And what got me when I first installed this was that you don't need to run a neutral with this wiring. And I guess that's because the 2 legs of your 240 complete the circuit, and you don't need a neutral to complete the circuit. So you're able to just wire the whole thing up with your standard 12-2 wiring instead of having to do like a 12-3. So saves on some wiring, and just a little fun fact from your electrician Ryan. All right, I got that heater installed in the bathroom and the thermostat all wired up. Now I'm gonna go test the panel and get this wired up. Now I don't have the 20 amp breaker, so I have a 30 amp here that I'm just gonna use to test it out temporarily. And then the 20 amp is on its way in a couple days, and I'll swap it out and get the right breaker in there. So for right now, we're just giving it a test, make sure everything's wired up and functioning properly, and then we'll call it a day. All right, here we go. Nothing tripped. Let's go check and see if we have a working heater. Nothing exploded up here?
Nope.
Ah.
I thought I heard it for a second.
Okay, it didn't work, but I know what's wrong. I didn't connect these 2 wires together, so easy fix.
All right, I forgot to take you guys along for part of this project, but I've been building up the wall that's gonna be for our shower pan and what we'll tile our shower wall up against in our master bathroom. So I have the studs all cut and I have the top plate cut. I'm gonna put those together, put them into place. That's probably what we'll get done for today, which is pretty awesome for a day where we were like, we're not even sure what to do. We ended up getting that heater all wired and getting these 2 shower walls all ready, so yay.
Try number 2. We're gonna get the breaker turned on. And now let's go test out the heater for the second time.
Oh, good. Oh, good like that.
One more trip up the stairs.
Kramer's gonna get fired.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I hear a fan. And this is the 2000 watt version.
Shh, don't tell our kids.
So this is gonna,
Our kids are not getting as nice of one.
no, they're gonna get a teeny one. You're gonna be like, I don't mind working up here. Okay. I think it's working.
Get it?
Okay.
So, yeah,
like-
look at this guy. But it's back.
I know. So just bring it up and then pivot.
All of them are crackling. I was like, the wall's gonna fall apart. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I'm right serious.
Closer.
Just to keep you around here. Know what they say, you can't keep the clouds away, far away.
All right, we are done with that wall. We're done with the wall below, and Ryan got that heater all hooked up. So I call this day a success for sure. We've got to go get our kids from school, and I think hopefully the next time you see us, we have some materials in that we need to get some major work done.